Hello once again folks, welcome along to another video, Tá Fáilte Roimh. My last video I tied the, my last fly tying video I tied the onion bag dry fly using an onion bag to make the body of the fly. And it got me to thinking about some of the other stuff we used to use many years ago before the advent of huge supplies of fly tying materials of all kinds that are now available. And you go to any internet site and there's a huge array of materials, hooks and all varieties of stuff available for tying flies. Back when I started tying flies, which is many years ago, there wasn't such a thing. Obviously there was no internet, and not only that, there was no place that supplied fly tying materials. So it was a case of make do with anything you could find. So the onion bag was one example, and today I have another example. Wood pigeon. This here is a wood pigeon. Anyone in Ireland or Britain will be very familiar with this bird. I think one of our most numerous birds. There are millions of them, and they are a particular problem for farmers. They are an agricultural pest. They do a lot of damage, cost farmers a lot of money every year. And back in the time I'm referring to, I used to shoot thousands of these every year as a pest control measure, and also used to be able to sell them, and they were exported to France, as far as I'm aware, where they're a delicacy. Now some people do still eat them here, but they're not a very popular food item here in Ireland. But they do have some nice plumage, and I'll give you a closer look at it right now. Well, you'll notice on the wood pigeon that there are a huge variety of colours in the feathers. White, we have sort of a black, grey, but the feathers that I'm going to use are these ones. This is a tail feather, and you'll notice here in the breast there are some very subtle colours here. They sort of mauve and to grey, if you like. And the fly I tied as an experiment many years ago, I'm going to tie in a few minutes using the tail feather and the breast feather. It's a soft hackled wet fly, and the only other thing you need is copper wire. So I'm going to tie this fly, like I said, in a minute, but just a brief little story about it. I tied it as an experiment, like I did. I was using everything I could find to tie flies, including the onion bag, which I referred to earlier, and this fly was particularly successful. It's a simple soft hackled wet fly, and if you can get yourself a wood pigeon or the plumage from a wood pigeon, give it a try, and you'll see that it's very successful. Now the tying of this fly is not very difficult. Anyone with any kind of experience of tying flies at all should be able to manage this fly. I'm going to tie it on a Camasan B175. In this case this is size 12. I find these to be very good hooks for wet flies. They're heavy and strong, and have never let me down. I'm going to use black tying thread. This is very fine, not that that makes a whole lot of difference, but just black tying thread, maximum of 8/0 in size. And just start off here, just a little behind the eye, and down along to just opposite the barb of the hook. Now, next thing, copper wire. So I'm just going to craft a little piece of copper wire here. And tie that in. Just there like that. Up along and back down along. Now this is the pigeon's tail feather, and the fibres I use for the body are roughly in the middle of the feather, and they're a sort of a dark grey, if you like. And that's what we have, like that. Just square off the end. Tie that in like that. Now, like that. And it's quite tough material, it's not that easy to break, so that makes the job a little easier as well. Trim off the waste here. Now the copper wire goes in the direction opposite the feather fibre. Open turns 4 or 5 and then tie that off. So that essentially is the body completed. Now I'm going to use the pigeon's breast feather to make the soft hackle basically. And these are the feathers here. I'm just going to find one that will do the trick. This one here should do the job nicely. And take off any soft fibre. And then there's what we have. And I prepare the feather like this. Oh. So that's what we have. Your tying in point is right there. So we tie that in there. Good few turns, make sure it doesn't slip. Trim out this waste bit here. My scissors is losing its edge, so there we go. Now I'll have to pause for just a second. I just have to get my hackle pliers, which I've left someplace else. Okay. Now grab the centre stem of the hackle with the hackle pliers, and around we go. And tie that in there carefully. I'll just trim that the centre stalk now. Now just pull it back like that. Why it's so successful, I don't know. What it actually represents, I don't know either. But it is an extremely effective wet fly. This is in a size 12. You can also tie it in a size 14. Absolutely brilliant little fly for any time really, but particularly so in the spring. So there we go, that's the fly. I don't even have a name for it because it's, if you like, my own invention. So if you'd like to suggest a name for it, leave it in the comments below. So thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this fly a try, you will not be disappointed. Thanks once again for watching, and I really appreciate it if you subscribed and liked the video. So once again, thanks for watching. Got a meal of mahagut and be me kind to reach lat and care dora lat. Slán go forward.